Welcome guys, BrandonMcLean90 here again, and I am on the common server, or common test, which is 8.10 test server. This is the first time I've ever done a test server, and, well, first time I've recorded it for you guys. I've been on test servers before, but the main thing about this test server is the new Japanese medium tanks, which starts at tier 1 with the Atsu Renault. It's the light tank Renault Atsu, and correct me if I'm wrong if I got these wrong. From that you have the light tank Hagu and the Chinyukai Chinai medium tank tier 2 and the Hago tier 2 light tank. From there you can go from the Hago to the Ni light tank, or from the Chinai, you could go to the Chiha at tier 3. Both okay, and keep in mind all of these up to tier 4 have the same guns. Just these have slightly more armor, just not that good of armor. Chiho and the Chihi at tier 4, light tank and medium tank respectively. And then we all know the Chinyukai, the premium tank, at tier 5. Well, the Kai means upgraded version of the Chinnu, but yet the Chinnu is the better tank. Then you go to the Chi 2, which is the tier 6. And what's pretty amazing about the tier 7 medium tank is it has this autoloader. It only has 3 shells, 1 second between each shell, and a 10-second complete reloading of the magazine. But when you look at this tank, it's humongous. The thing is probably as big as... I'll just buy it without crew and show you guys. This one is pretty amazingly big. There you go. Well, let's look at it with its fully upgradedness. Even though I don't want to use it, I'm just going to show you. Alright, well, there it is. Fully upgraded. Here's the STB-1. Look at that. And then let's just compare this to the M48A1 patent. And the patent was pretty big. You gotta admit, the patent's pretty big. Let's compare it to a big guy. That's a pretty good call. Or we can compare it to IS-7. IS-7 is just a little bit longer, but it is shorter. But we're here to see the tier 10, so let's just continue on from where we were left off. So that's the tier 7. At tier 8, you get a pretty spectacular machine. It has one of the most troll mantlets that you can find in the game, the STB-1. Its mantlet is comparable to like the Persians, where it's just completely bouncy. It has those troll moments. And it has a 90mm rifled gun. Type 61 gets a tier 10 gun, the tier 10 on the STB-1, the 105 rifled gun at tier 9. Still has that derpy or trolly turret to it. Then you get the STB-1. 105mm main gun, turret armor. Might as well get to the right tank here. And okay, hull armor 110, 35, 25. Nothing to be happy about. It is a slope. You might get anything, but it's just not gonna happen. 132, 132, 37 turret armor respectively. So, and it's rounded. You're gonna have those moments where you bounce. 7.5 rounds a minute. 42 degrees per second turret traverse, 410 meter view range, 750 meter signal range. You also get a traverse of 52 degrees a second and a speed limit of 53 kilometers per hour. 750 horsepower engine and 1950 hit points. Its specific power or power rate or horsepower per ton is 19.84, which is pretty good. So for this, since it's test server, loaded 25 rounds of heat, 25 rounds of APCR to show you standard rounds and heat, and yet I do better with APCR rounds than the heat rounds. And yes, the actual regular ammo for this thing is APCR. Its premium round is heat, and high explosive is like with all tanks. Same with the M48A1 Patton. It has the same basic principle, about the same gun, 105. Now, let's see. Okay. And of course we'd get tier 10 game. It's test server, everyone's testing tier 10s. Not very many STB-1s in this game. A lot of T-57 heavies, which I probably will show you guys eventually. A few games with that. Now for this one, like all in hell with medium tanks, I'm going to go up to the north, or if everyone decides to go north, I will go south and use the ridgeline to my advantage with the gun depression, which the gun depression on the Japanese tanks is their main point. It's 10 degrees in each direction, but it's not Dicker Max gun depression. If you're looking for that, it's not going to be that. Well, let's wait and see where everyone decides to go. And see, look at this. The turret can almost keep up with the suspension, or this traverse of the actual tank. I think I will go and help out the autoloaders over here. And two T-57 heavies, which are in a platoon, which is good for them. T-57 heavies are just amazingly overpowered. 4 rounds of a 120mm gun, 1600 average HP per clip, and a 22-second complete clip reloading time, 2 seconds between each round. That thing's almost unstoppable. And it still does have some pretty good armor, except for on the turret. Turret is weakly armored compared to the hull, kind of like the T-110E5. But the STB-1, extremely quick and mobile. I like it because the turret can actually turn almost as fast as the whole entire tank. Not very many tanks in the game are allowed such a fast turning turret. Okay, I can shoot STB at range here. 395 into the side of him. Hopefully reloaded for this one. Took a shot. Probably nothing there. There is an FV up here. Just took the shot. I didn't hit him. There's going to be some tank destroyers coming around. 381 into the front of the T-57 Heavy's turret. Do have the gun depression to come over this ridge and pop a few into him here and there. Oh, and here comes the T-57 Heavy to finish him off. That will help, but ooh, I didn't put that one in. And T-57 Heavy takes him out. Now, oh, spawns a shot from something. See, that's where the turret actually comes in handy on this. You can work ridge lines really well with this tank. It's basically a medium scout. Very good at scout patrols and stuff like that. Alright, let's see here. Get over this ridge here. And we'll move in towards him. Put one into him. Pull away. The T-57 Heavies kind of deal with him. And I will come around and try to ninja this kill. There we go. Alright, let's use... Oh, so you tank destroyers. Another one into him. One tank destroyer left. This is where that autoloader of the T-57 is coming in handy. Put one into him and bounced. He's gonna pull away. Artillery's way over there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to him without getting hit from this object, so I'm gonna move in. Let's see here. So there's T-57 Heavy left. Up there. Objects left. Take a shot at the artillery. Missed the artillery. Oof. Left him on 15 health. T-57s will get him. And that's the end of this game. I think since this game went so well, that was just APCR rounds. I did not use heat that game. That game went pretty well. Confederate, Master Gunner, Master Badge, Second Class. Let's see what we did here. Commander on the STB-1, track on the T-62A, and track on the Object 263. 3,000 damage done. Best off both teams. T-57 Heavy wasn't too far behind, just because we got this Confederate medal. 14 shots fired, 10 direct hits, 9 pens. 3,092 damage done. 1 hit received and 1 non-penetration, 450 potential damage received. Damage due to player's assistance, 1,729. Enemy spotted 1, enemy damaged 7, enemies destroyed 1. And that was a pretty good game. STB-1 should be feared. It will show promise in the actual game. But we will do one more game and see what happens. Maybe a couple more after that, if we get the time. And just tell me in the comments below what you thought of this tank. In my opinion, the STB-1 will be a very formidable medium tank. Okay, another tier 10 game on the new map, Hidden Village. Now, Hidden Village, I've usually went to this town just because that's what I'm like, but I'm going to actually take you guys up on top of the ridge and see if we can't use that ridge line. But there is going to be a lot of tanks up there. If you run into tank destroyers, we will have to probably switch to heat rounds. But I will see where everyone goes and work from there. The city is basically a suicide run if you try to go into it. You have to have good support. But let's see here. I will go up on top of the ridge. Work ridge line. 6.9 second reload time on this main gun. Almost 10 rounds a minute. If it was 6 seconds, it would have been 10 rounds a minute. It's about 8 rounds, maybe not close to 9. Getting close to 9 there. Alright, so there's some cover right here. I'll wait for some of my guys to catch up with me. I don't want to be out in the open by myself. Pull up here a little bit more so I can get some shots into some guys. STB-1 spotted on the enemy team. He will go down eventually. I'm not the one to take him out. And I was. And I was spotted. IS-3 behind me. I want to keep distance between me and the enemy tank destroyers. Especially autoloaders. Turn around now and take shots probably into T-62A down there. Get reloaded. That's one into him. Oh, well. Guess it's time to take our chances down here. Track on the T-62A. T-62A down. Get chased by the Object 430. And dive by a Waffentrager off E100 up on the ridge. Got 2 kills that game. Wasn't that bad. But that shows you the autoloader of the Waffentrager off E100 and its deadliness if you're not careful. So, that's it for this episode. See you guys next time.